Hello YouTubers, it's Mixin LV. Hello YouTubers, Mixin LV. I'm going to do an oil change in my vehicle because it's desperately needed. And it's been a long while. 6 months, normal period of time. Just gotta get done. Let's get to it. Tools required for doing an oil change. First, don't forget the tools, mainly the one wrench that's used to loosen up the screw for the drain plug, C-clamp in case you need it for the oil filter, which I highly doubt you'll need, but it's only a tough crank. Actual oil filter tools is to take it off, which I do not own, and it's not really needed for me to have. Jack stands, 2 oil pans, one to drain the oil filter into, another one to drain the drain plug oil out of it. And don't forget your regular oils, depending on what your vehicle is. Alright, so first here, yeah, think about a jack-up spot for the vehicle, the safe spot for jacking it up. Of course, I'm on gravel here, it really sucks. Knowing what kind of oil you use, SAE 5W20. And this one was half cracked once, so I have to crack it up and all the way. Set it there for now. Okay, just probably turn on the lighting for this in order to see it. Well, that right there is the oil filter I have to take off. And for me to throw a tool in here, trying to take it off is pretty hard. Ow, my head. As I can see from here, it is leaking. Must not put it on all the way correctly. And will this time. Alright, so I'm going to start to unloosen this up. Nice to low on the ride. And it is loose, which is a good deal. it's a good thing to have a loose filter. And for some reason it drifted the wrong spot. It's fine. Not catch by the pan, probably because I am lifting this thing up instead of the other way. Do not want to drop that, especially on the camera here. Watching it drip, I don't see any shavings. Oh. There it is. It is clean. No metal shavings. Right. Jack up from the front here to allow the oil to drain to the back of the engine. You know it slopes already, but I still want every little bit come out while sitting there draining it. So anyways, I am using 2 oil pans here. The big behemoth with the spout on it makes it easier for a big large quantity mass. The reason I use the smaller one, just strap the oil filter in there and get it out the way. And plus there's going to be little driplets. You see right there, there's little drops dropping from the oil filter spout still. Probably now is a good time to test out those lovely, beautiful Harbor Freight tools that you got for Christmas. Even though everyone hates on it so darn much, still they got their uses. For this, you do not have to crank too hard to get them on or off. That's a symmetric. Oh wow. Never did this side. Should be undone by hand. If you gotta crank it all the way off, you got a problem. It comes off easy, a hard time putting it on, you're cross-threading it, you just destroyed it. Of course there is ways around it, you're better off going to a mechanic if you're having problems then. Oh wait, you have to tow it there. Oh, you're screwed. As we can tell, things going to drip a little bit, so while I'm allowing this thing to drip and finish up what it's doing, I just dropped the thing in. So I gotta put my hand in there later on. Alright, YouTubers. So as you know, I live in Cleveland. And those of you who don't know where Cleveland is, it's Ohio. And you know how bad Ohio gets with this winter weathers. So, while allowing this thing to drip all the way, I am going to check the vehicle out, the full inspection. It's a perfect time to test out the vehicle to make sure it's running properly, the joints are good, and if there's any rust spots, try to paint them up or scratch them out. Ohio is notorious for having rust. A lot of rust. And this is the 2009 F150. And it's starting to see rust. So best what to do, make a plan to winterize the vehicle so you don't have this problem and issue. It looks fairly good as you think, seeing as it's somewhat clean. But still, I don't want to see any rust here. I want to see much any rust here, so this is a good investment to a vehicle, if you know what I mean. You spend $13,000 on the vehicle, yeah. sitting there spending $13,000 on a vehicle just so you can watch it rust away, and then you trade it off for how much? $8,000, $2,000, probably $500 when it's done and gone. Might just make it worth your while, make it last forever. That's what I'm doing here. I hate to replace these. These are good. I don't have to worry about those. A little rust there, that's normal. Probably wire wheel that later on and grind it down. The springs are still black, so I don't have to worry about those. I'll still touch it up anyway. The sway bar link. If you're in clunking on the road, check this. Sometimes that could be the issue. Mainly doing turns. If you're clunking while you're hitting the bumps on the road, it's probably this down there. I see a lot of rust on this. So it's best for me to scratch all that out, or attempt to scratch it out and then repaint it. Nothing's loose. Check the tire. Ain't got it to pull up, push up. Try turning it. If you're feeling clunks in it, something's loose. Nothing's loose. That's good. Next area is probably where I touch up most of the paint right here. Nothing's loose. That's good. The reason I say it's a pain in the ass to replace this whole thing. This will be a pain in the ass to replace because there's your bolt. The rod goes all the way through, and the nut is right there. So it would really suck trying to bang it out with a hammer to knock it out to remove this whole bar. I don't like the little clay in between there. That might go down the line, but at least this might be a little easier. No. This might be one piece. It looks like a one-piece thing there. So keep an eye on that and put in your notes. Okay, I just finished getting this out of the pan after it dropped in there. Yeah, put it in. I also noticed something I did not like. This screw does not have good washer on it. Anti-leak thing on there, I would not recommend. There we are. Lubrication on it. That's fine. Time for the filter. Unboxing it now. So clean. Just slap it in there. So a lot of people say add oil to the filter. Yeah, add oil to the filter and then put it on. Even put the oil onto the ring itself because some kind of leakage thing or whatever you want to say. Well, an actual mechanic that does oil change every day, oil gets slapped in there no matter what. Since you start the engine, does it one revelation or two revelations, oil's going to end up in there. And how he knows? Because he had to take it off once after a mistake happened, and oil does shoot out of there after an engine started. It leads me up to the other thing. It leads me up to this other thing right here. One of the mechanics over there at the repair shop put the wrong filter on. That was too big. The filter that was too big ended up shooting out of the motor and spraying oil across the room. So there goes to show there's still oil going into there, whether they turn on the engine or just now putting it on. One thing you don't want to forget here, the funnel. The funnel is the important part. Don't want to forget that. At the beginning of this video, I probably should say, this is stuff you're going to need before you even start. I should have been saying that beforehand, but I guess I'll do it at the end. Like, yeah, I forgot to say this, forgot to do that. For the oil change experts, there's a trick learned from my oil change experts. Tilt on the side. Actually, now it pretty much doesn't matter now if you get in or not when it gets toward the end. And let's probably explain about the one thing's what. While you're up here allowing this thing to drain for a little bit, check out some of these wires here, hoses, especially this one, the coolant hose. Channel coming off on me on the road to Chardon. Got the Chardon, almost got the Chardon square, and it came off on me. That was not a good thing. Okay, that's good. I don't know why I took that off. That's good. When I bought this vehicle, I don't think it's ever been tampered with. I don't think this ever been touched right here. And someone said down the line you had to change it out anyway. Look at that. This is 2009. Right now it's 2016. There's no rust on that thing yet. I'm gonna check this. I had to fill that once. I don't want to touch it again. So any fluid's good. Don't have to worry about that. Pretty much the best kind of clips right there, as you see. Yeah, it's pretty much the best clip you got is right there, as you see here. You're to do one of those damn hose clamps that comes loose on you. Okay, while I'm sitting there inspecting it, check this out, a little one. The little one takes the longest amongst all of them. That's a joke, by the way. Well, I use this plan here. It's what the lady suggested at the parts store. By the lady is smarter than the men. Got me a broken selfie stick that doesn't work half the times. But I don't buy cheap shit, by the way. Unless it's tools that don't really need it. But other than that, don't need it. As you can see here, you really see here, there is a little bit of metal shavings in there. So I don't know what's going on inside there, but the engine does have a short lifespan. Probably need to be rebuilt down the line or replaced entirely completely. And from previous times rebuilding engines, it's best to replace it completely altogether. Especially when you see metal shavings and you're dealing with the piston's crankshaft. For the crankshaft that went, I don't want to go too far into it. Alright, for cleaning up here, don't forget to put your cap back on, because mine's a twist one way and put it on. That's that. Clean off the workstation of all your dirty rags. So anyways, I choose this oil pan a little better because the spout on it makes it easier for the drain. Whereas this one, when you fill up all the way, you have to keep both sides completely spread out to get this to drain properly. And if you have this thing cave in there to drain from there, all it's going to do is strip down the ways and not get inside your container like you want it to. And sometimes spreading these out to keep this thing flat is still not good enough. So I just prefer the spout instead. So after you put the oil on, you put the oil in the vehicle, put on the plugs, start the vehicle, able to back up, and you got no issues at all with how it starts up and no extra puddles, you should be fine. Alright YouTube, so you see me change the oil on my truck. That is not my full-time job, by the way. I do outside of YouTube. It's something else. Let you guys figure it out one day later. Anyways, you want to see more automotive repairs? You know what to do on this video. Hit the like button. Subscribe to this channel if you want to see more Pokemon Go, Minecraft, welding, automotive. Maybe I get more automotive likes than anything else. I'll start another channel just for automotive with another person. Which the other person happens to be the certified mechanic that taught me automotives. So anyways, YouTube, thanks for watching and have a good day.